Yo, 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 yo. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the TTE podcast. I know it's been a while since we've left you without a dope beat to step to, but we're back by popular demand, and it's been a while since we checked in with Florida Man, so thought we would have some fun today and check in with Florida Man and the comings and goings with our good friends down in Florida and see what all the fun stuff they've been up to. So once again, back with me are my sister Denise, my cousin Andre. How you guys doing?
Just a stepping.
Yeah, I'll side with that. I could be stepping. I'll step with you. I'll step with you on that one. I'm doing all right, man.
Well, clearly these two went into the ark together. So for those of you that are new to the TTE podcast, we like to get together every now and then, every so often, and kind of recap what's going on, all the weird stuff going on in Florida. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my sister, who is going to read some headlines from what the Florida Man has been doing, and we're going to react as honestly and as openly and as best we can as to what's going on in Florida. So with that, Denise, I turn it over to you. Please let us know what's going on.
Well, thank you. I'll start by saying that in honor of your birthday, that was just the other day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're very much so welcome. I decided we pulled some headlines from Florida Man that happened on your birthday. So,
oh, boy.
So we will begin. We will begin with the following. This took place in Daytona Beach.
Okay, shout out Daytona Beach.
Okay, so the woman allegedly used the child in a fight with her boyfriend in Daytona Beach over the weekend. According to WFTV, security officers at the beach said an 18-year-old Florida woman used a baby to beat her boyfriend.
Hold on. She used the baby?
The baby.
As a weapon?
As a weapon.
How old is the baby?
It does not...
Not that it matters,
it doesn't say. It does say that the baby was taken to a hospital and is expected to be healthy. So I'm not sure. I don't know if... I mean, when I think about it, I think about her like holding the baby by the feet and just swinging it, but I don't know if that's...
Like a Raggedy Ann doll? Like,
yeah, I'm not really sure.
What's wrong with you?
Using babies for collateral or weaponizing them to hate the baby's dad has been going on for a long time.
Yes, but that's like not...
I've never heard them being used
physically
as a blunt instrument.
I would have to agree. I mean, I can see if you're going to swing the baby by the head, because the head's obviously the most heaviest part, but I guess, see, now we're getting into a whole nother territory.
This is just uncomfortable on a whole nother level, and I just, like, on some level, like, for people like that, I feel like having children should be like, you should be required to get a license. Like, clearly you're not equipped.
I'll agree with that.
You're clearly not equipped as a human being to handle the responsibility that comes with...
Now that gets messy, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But what?
So apparently, her name was Tatiana Allen.
Oh, come on.
And
Tatiana.
Oh, man.
So apparently she called 911 and claimed that her boyfriend was being abusive to her. But it was difficult for him to determine where she was at the time and could be heard asking strangers where she was on the beach. So there's a lot of confusion here.
Oh, so she could have been under the influence.
It sounds like it.
Regardless. Her brain went to, let me use the child to hurt the father.
Yes, essentially.
And that was her choice.
Sure.
Man. And that happened on my birthday?
That happened on your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, boy.
No, babies weren't getting beat.
Yeah,
babies was using...
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want babies getting beat up. I don't want anybody using a baby as a weapon. Don't do it on my birthday.
Yeah, that's a bit rude.
Yeah, that's not Yeah, rude. Rude's not the word. Like, I hope that baby's okay.
Well, they said they didn't make a full recovery, so...
I'm tired of full recoveries, you know. That's so,
what exactly does that encompass?
yeah, it encompasses,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know. All of a sudden, that Britney Spears situation with the IUD honestly doesn't sound that bad for that girl now. Like, maybe
not at all. Not
quarter-pointed IUD for her, because clearly you are not responsible with children.
Somebody take this baby.
That poor baby sitting there
exactly.
enjoying his binky and a lollipop, just looking at these crazy people. Mom just picks them up, just start hitting.
We need to shut your baby factory down until you can act right, lady. Because that is too much.
And you probably will never act right. So let's just, hear one more time for the people in the back. Wrap it up.
Yeah, I just hope she ain't on that air.
Wrap it up, kids. Wrap it up.
Poor children, man.
Okay, so next one. Florida man trapped alone with hundreds of parrots. People have been seeing more of their animals since the coronavirus tethered them to their homes. Dogs bark through Zoom meetings, and cats are now our coworkers. But Majid Ishmael has a few hundred squawking parrots for his company, and they are his only company. His email to the Tampa Bay Times recently arrived with the subject line of SOS. My name is Majid Ishmaeli, and I am a prisoner in my own property with over 200 parrots. No way to get in or out. So since early March, the Tampa man has been trapped, he said, due to a court order and a property dispute that has landlocked him on his 5-acre Zaxby, Florida bird sanctuary in Tampa.
Pause.
Yes.
He is trapped on a 5-acre bird sanctuary.
5 acres.
Yes.
And he can't get in or out of said bird sanctuary.
Correct.
I feel like this is a bird box situation.
It says here that he is surrounded on all sides by other people's property.
So does he want to release the birds? Is that what we're saying?
I'm not really sure. It says he's been flying solo, caring for names like Rocco, Ollie, and his own namesake, and a few other macaws, African grays, Canors, lovebirds.
Does he have names for all of them?
It does not say, but about 50. He has them in 50 individual enclosures. And before the coronavirus and the court order, he had dozens of volunteers to help him manage the property. So I guess because of coronavirus, nobody's coming to the sanctuary anymore. So he's
in a bird box.
He's crying because he's going out of business, I think.
And he's stuck with a whole bunch of birds.
That's you know.
And what part of Florida is this again?
Daytona, I think.
No,
Tampa.
this was Tampa.
Call Brady up. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
he's asked for dozens of volunteers to help. He says he gets up before the sun and all day on cleaning, fixing cages, feeding parrots until the night, answering a few emails. And he says that some volunteers were allowed to bring him food early on after the court order, but they have not been back. And so he says it's been a struggle to feed the birds and even himself.
He's eating the birds. That's what's happening.
I don't know much about parrots, so my first thought is to let them fly free and just let them go do their thing. But
if they're domesticated, they're not going to last.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't speak on it, because I don't know the first thing about owning a
Tampa
bird.
Bay.
So it says here that he said mostly both he and the parrots have been getting by eating bananas and bamboo shoots.
But do you know how many bananas you need to feed 100 birds?
Oh, and it also says here he has a few bags of rice.
Come on, man.
So.
Well, I guess you learn something every day. Birds eat rice,
but what's his problem? He can't just talk about all of his problems. Is he blocked in by territory?
Yeah, he's blocked in completely. He's surrounded by other people.
But how did he get in there?
What does that have to do with anything?
But
he can't get out.
Hold on, how did he get in there?
Out of where?
I know physics. Did he airdrop in this? Did he fly in on some birds? How did he get in there?
It does not say.
Exactly.
It does not say.
You know what? Let him stay with them birds. He deserves it.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused. Like, what do you mean you trapped on all sides? Like, it sounded to me like you just need to get everybody the vaccine and then get your volunteers back.
Yeah,
brother. Like, I don't quite understand what your problem is.
It says that he's worried about hurricane season, because he's afraid that people not only will people are not coming, but if they do come back, and then hurricane season does come, then that's going to cut down on people showing up anyway.
This feels like an episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. Like you thought it was a good idea to create a bird sanctuary in your home, like on some Ace Ventura pet detective shit. And I just picture him like Jim Carrey in there when he wants in the
apartment. You know he did that 1,000 times.
The landlord goes away and he's like, and like polar bears and shit start coming out.
In a way, that's kind of what his attorney is doing. His attorney, named Samuel Alexander, never trust a guy with 2 first names, he is working the case pro bono with Bay Area Legal Services, that assists with low-income Tampa Bay residents. But they say that, the volunteers are either seniors or college students, and neither want to go out because of the coronavirus. So,
man, first of all, see, let's keep it a buck. That's where you fucked up. You were dependent on high school and college students in Florida to help you take care of birds.
And old people.
Them kids got way better things to do than to hang out with your bird sanctuary.
Yes, they did say that some of the birds that he has there were abused, injured, or attacked, so they can't actually go out into the wild.
Oh,
man.
So
there's
See, the other thing too is I kind of feel like this is a perfect situation for Carol Baskin to show up.
I was gonna leave off that. Yeah, is she there?
You know what I mean? This feels like a perfect situation for Carol Baskin to drop in with her brand new bird sanctuary.
Yes, and so he's known in the street. His name, as earlier he said his name, but he actually goes by the nickname of Magic. And
he's the real Magic the Gathering. There you go.
Okay, so
he
says his nickname comes from his uncanny ability to safely handle aggressive birds. He's appealing the court's ruling in his property case, and a judge's order barring him from using the cleared path across the neighbor's property leading out to a public road. So that's why he can't get out.
See, I think your name is Magic because nobody could believe that you magically decided to take care of all these birds.
So apparently he's been using that same path to get in and out of the property for years. But
sneaking through people's property.
Yes, but he has to go through their property in order to get to the public road to get out.
Hey, guess what? That's somebody's neighbor.
Oh, and so they don't want him coming through their property.
So they put gates up.
That's somebody.
So he's that guy.
Hold on. He's that guy.
Hold on. Who builds a house without access to the road?
It's Florida, dude. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. I just answered my own question. It's Florida. Yeah, okay.
So now the neighbor says she previously allowed him to use the path, but took him to court because she was fed up with him being an awful neighbor.
See, there you go.
So said that he failed to honor a deal made when she sold him the property 10 years ago, allowing her to ride horses across his sanctuary. So I guess he reneged on the horses. So she was just like, all right, if that's how you feel about the situation.
See, now I just think about Youngbloods. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's the neighbor says she spent over $100,000 in court fightings.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's a great way of throwing some money at your student loans. I'm just saying. I could use $100,000.
So basically what we're saying is that this dude did it to himself, and now he's desperate for help.
Now he's crying.
All because you wanted to be a shitty neighbor.
Yep.
And now you need Carol Baskin to come save you.
Yes. And the neighbor said the path. So the neighbor says
like the Wicked Witch of the East.
That the path is currently blocked by years of overgrowth, and then a different gate and someone else's fence. But the neighbor said that's not her problem. So there's another way out, but it's not on. But it's overgrown and it belongs to somebody else. So.
Yeah, now he wants the National Guard to airdrop him supply.
No, we do not need government
he's behind,
funding. I'll go on record.
Like he's behind.
We do not need government funding.
Yeah, so now so basically he's
no more tax dollars.
Like,
I was going to say, I want to be clear. I don't think we should use we shouldn't use the public's money on this stupidity.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get yourself out of this.
And I think too, the other thing
be a better neighbor.
Yeah, and that's why the neighbor was just like, look, that's between you and the other neighbors, but you can't come through here no more. So
he needs to sell to Paris. That's easy.
Sound like he just bought the wrong house. Like that's on you. But then again,
if you just would have let the woman go through with the horses,
it's Florida. But
it's Florida.
Hey man, call Carol Baskin. That's all I know. Just call Carol.
Hey, yeah, that's all I got. So let's go on to the next one. This is actually my favorite story of the bunch. Well, maybe It's not the favorite, but it's up there. It's up there. Man arrested for training dog to throw bricks at people for ringing his doorbell.
I told you I ain't want no Girl Scout cookies. Get off my porch.
So,
You're not going to buy an $8 sign of no loitering.
I mean,
or a $10 sign, no soliciting.
The sign on my mom's house that I bought for her, mine, it says no soliciting. Seriously, don't make it weird.
Yeah, but you don't have Ed throwing bricks at people.
He can't pick up a brick anyway.
If he's trained
if he could, he would.
If he's trained dogs to do that, he's in the wrong profession.
This is true.
You know what? Whoever trained that guy's name should be Magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is Magic.
So it says here, some people thought he was a genius with misplaced priorities in life. Instead of being arrested and sent to jail.
Sound like a Picasso type.
Very much so.
Yeah.
They must hire him so that way he can train the canine division. The news came just 5 days.
Hold on. Now we're going to give the police dogs weapons.
Throwing bricks.
Since the news came just 5 days after BBC reported that another man was arrested for flying a god in a helium balloon. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
Oh, what?
It says a god. Like, I guess they put like an idol in a helium balloon.
Oh, a deity.
Yeah, a deity.
And they put it in a... Okay.
Okay. Whatever. It's weird. It's weird across the pond. That's all I'm going to say. Gaurav Sharma, 32, is a YouTuber. Has 4 million subscribers. And he deleted the video after an intense online backlash, but it was too late since the police report was already made. So in the video, you can see him actually training, and he's having his dogs pick up bricks and just dropping them on people.
Oh my goodness. And we're spending how much money to go see what Mars looked like? Just go to Florida and check this guy out.
So he was having them drop these bricks from the sky, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Like push them over the lid. Because I'm just trying to picture, just physically in my mind, a dog picked up a brick and threw it.
You know, he took Duck Hunt to a whole nother level. I know that's right.
Oh man, you think? Duck Hunt was such a great.
He's probably got like a trigger word for him too, like pull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man.
See, like that's just like.
Because
and even the pictures, it's a picture of a pit bull, and
had to be a pit.
Of course, it's a pit. It's always a pit. So the look, it's almost like the brick is almost as big as the head.
What the?
So it's just and I mean I don't know if you know anything about pit bulls, but I mean their jaws.
Or physicality.
Yes, I mean a pit bull can snap your hand. So I mean, just saying. You know?
I swear, like Florida, where the wild things are. Like this is such a weird place.
And that one was not in Florida. I forgot to mention that one was not in Florida. It was across the pond.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that.
What area across the pond?
Look, they talked about the BBC, so I'm assuming it's England.
Oh. Yeah.
So.
Well,
it makes sense.
I think it just goes to show that the Florida man sometimes goes on vacation. He visits other places.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
And even now, we're going to return back to Florida because I forgot about this one that was on my list. Florida man fails to use stand your ground defense against an iguana.
I need more information on this.
Yeah.
Florida man accused of beating an iguana to death has failed in an audacious attempt to get an animal cruelty case against him dismissed by arguing that the fight was started by the lizard.
You know, when you sit in your house and watch UFC all day and you step outside and an iguana looking at you in a funny way, you're going to take it to the ground. I can understand his last moments of being a sane person.
If those of you out there who are watching the current season of Loki, I would just say if the lizard Loki, if the alligator Loki is at your doorstep, I can see it. If alligator Loki's at your doorstep, I can understand. This, not so much.
Man, he had to be on that heron. I don't understand. Like, not only did you beat it to death, but then you took it to court.
Yes, he was charged with beating, dragging, and kicking the iguana that died of its injuries last September. In a doomed legal strategy, Patterson's lawyer's name is, what is his name? Oh, PJ. His name is PJ. PJ Patterson. PJ's lawyers attempted to use Florida Stand Your Ground law, which allows deadly force to be used if a person believes that it is necessary to prevent them from being killed. In this case, Patterson acted in a responsible manner under all the circumstances because the wild iguana was first to engage with physical violence. It's a lizard.
Oh, man.
What else does a lizard do?
Tell you, he's on that heroin, man. He's on that heroin.
Tax dollars had to pay for that.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I'd be highly upset
man.
about that, too. It says they claim that the lizard bit Patterson's arm, so he kicked the iguana as far as he could, fearing that it may have injected poison into him.
Did he drop kick it?
I don't know, but just, for those out there who needed to know, lizards aren't poisonous. I'm sorry, iguanas are not poisonous.
I'm just thinking about Jack Black from Anchorman when he drop kicked Baxter. That's how I roll.
No, there was a dude who flung a bobcat who attacked him. I think.
I've seen that video.
In the Carolinas or something.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's a great.
He literally tossed that thing.
He threw it literally across this
But a bobcat, an agitated bobcat that feels threatened is a way different experience from an iguana.
Now, the assistant state attorney, Alexander Dorman, argued back, stand your ground does not even apply to this case because the iguana is not a human being.
And see, that's my beef. Like, you knew that that before you took it to this far. And now we had to waste these tax dollars because, you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, that could have paid on somebody's student loans.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll plug that again.
I'm saying,
man, honestly, I think that stand your ground law. I think Zimmerman used all the goodwill with that. That one's out the window. No one's buying stand your ground anymore after that. But seriously, you had beef with an iguana.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you beat it to death and then said it was self-defense and it was stand your ground.
Yes. Now, I'm going to move on to another Florida one, and this actually is my favorite one because this one comes with a video.
I'm just going to say lastly on the iguana piece, he just should have called Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin would have...
Carol Baskin can't be there for everybody.
Yeah, listen. Why not?
I mean...
She rides a bicycle, okay?
Personally, I would have called Jack Hanna. I would have called Jack Hanna.
It's got a little basket in the front.
I'm afraid to say her name, man. She'd probably go hard in the paint. I ain't messing with
That's right. She might have killed her husband, man. You don't know.
I'm not even
saying Hey, real quick sidebar on Carol Baskin. Somebody I saw it was a pizza order, and someone took a picture and they did an online order, and they in the comment section they put, "Give me extra sour cream if you believe Carol Baskin killed her husband." So when the order got delivered,
say nothing.
It was
For the
extra
record, Carol,
sour cream with a note that said, "Hell yeah, she did that shit." So now, if I ever order anything online, I am absolutely trying that to see if it
just
works.
to see who. Oh gosh. So this one is out of Ocala, Florida. Because Florida. Naked Ocala woman tased after destroying an Outback Steakhouse and a Mojo Grill in Rampage.
She was naked?
She was naked. I mean, she had on flip-flops.
No shoes, no service.
She had to go in with a dress.
But that gives a whole new meaning to the expression blooming onion.
Yes, indeed.
No,
Indeed, it does. Like I said, I wonder if maybe she just took issue with the free bread. I don't know. There was a Twitter debate last week about which free bread is the best.
Do you want to keep working here? Stay off the drugs.
So it says here, an Ocala woman was charged with aggravated battery after being found naked and erratically throwing alcohol bottles at Outback and Mojo Grill. The Ocala Police Department responded to the Mojo Grill on Silver Springs Boulevard because of reports of a 53-year-old Tina Kindred acting out of control, quote unquote.
Now, Tina.
The report stated that the female was topless and banging on tables and windows.
At what age?
53.
See what I'm saying? She
Booger sugar.
She didn't let go in her prime. She didn't let go in her prime age, and she's still trying to hold on. And she met some disappointment in Outback, and then she just went This was her downfall.
You just said her stage name was Tatiana.
Well, no, that was the other one. Beat
That was
Kill
the
with
other
babies.
chick.
Yeah.
But
Ain't nobody telling her to bust down. I can say that.
It says, so wait, that's it. It says
She left
here.
busted up.
It says here that she flipped over a few tables. She had flipped over a few tables and was last seen trying to get into a customer's car.
She turned to the hawk.
She tried to get somebody's car.
Yes.
Flipping tables.
She was found driving recklessly in the parking lot before exiting the parking lot. Prior to officers arriving at the Mojo Grill, another call was received of a similar incident, and that call was from the Outback Steakhouse on the same road. The call reported that Kindred arrived naked and acting crazy while breaking things in the bar.
I need the video for this. I gotta.
The video is, I will say this, the video is on here, and I will tell you, for a 53-year-old, she looks better than I do.
Well, you're in Florida, so you need to act like you got some
she
sense
doesn't
when
look
you
like
take
she's
clothes off.
53 years old.
Yeah, 53 is not necessarily bad.
Well, she don't act like she's 53 either.
No.
No.
Now, it does say that the officer at the scene opened up the front doors of the business and saw glass and liquid all over the bar. She was found naked with bottles in her hands. When she noticed the officer, she drew back her arm with a bottle of liquor in her hand.
Hold on, wait. That's a weapon.
Yes.
Hold on.
Now,
Let's go back.
that is stand your ground.
Let's go. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
that
Then
is
we're
stand your
dropping
ground.
bodies.
Well, not even that. A bottle and a baby are two different things you swing,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Bottles, babies, lizards. That's the name of this episode.
Bottles, babies, and lizards.
Bottles, babies, and lizards.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for the lizard. I feel bad for the baby, the lizard, and the bottle.
Things you swing.
Jeez.
Bottles, babies, and lizards.
So, she apparently threw the bottle at the officer, but the officer was able to dodge it.
And ran. And he got them bush reflexes.
Probably because
ain't hitting me.
Probably because she was throwing it like she was slow motion in the Matrix. He's like, "When you're ready, Tino. When you're ready."
Now, it's a second bottle was thrown at the officer's head, and it touched his arm, leaving alcohol residue on him.
Assault and battery right there.
There you go.
He gotta explain
Bum, bum.
something to his wife. Yeah. She
I feel like for every time she hits something, there's like a cha-ching of like the amount of fines and shit that's going on. Cha-ching.
I'm telling you, man, that's all booger sugar right there. There's no, heroin. Come on.
Now, she threw another bottle and approached the officer.
Booger sugar. That's what she was on. She was on that booger sugar.
She threw another bottle and approached the officer as he was yelling, "Get on the ground." The officer used his taser in an attempt to defuse the situation. Kindred lowered to the floor, and the officer used 1 5-second cycle with the taser. And Kindred put her hands behind her back.
Yeah.
Kindred was placed in handcuffs and transported to Advent Health for treatment.
Yeah, once you lose control of your body for the first time over someone else's control, it'll straighten you up. It should.
Now, the exact dollar amount of the damages is not known, but the report stated that it's expected to be in the thousands of dollars. I mean, she probably busted up some good liquor bottles.
Over what, though?
It had to be over a man.
You know where she need to go? She need to go to Parrot Man's house. Go to the bird sanctuary.
You know what? That's absolutely right. She could have busted him out.
She could have
busted the parrot out.
That's who old boy should have called. She'd have broken the bird box. Just like Sandra Bullock. She'd have broken the bird box.
She would have kicked horses over.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Now, you wonder why she did it.
Just don't give her a machete to knock down all the...
It better not be for no discount.
Now, she says, this is her story. She said she chose Mojo Grill because of the owner and felt that he was not being honest. She admitted that she had entered the business, but claimed she was denied business. So she started turning tables. Kindred admitted to going inside the Outback with the intent to destroy the bar.
Booger sugar. That's what she was on.
And the defense rests.
Yes, exactly.
We end with
Booger
that.
sugar, y'all.
But wait, there's more. When Kindred was transported to Advent Health, the medical staff discovered that she had a possible fentanyl patch on her pubic area.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
It was later found that she did not have any narcotics in her system except for THC.
Oh, that's bad representation.
We don't do that to people.
Yeah, that's something else.
We don't do that to people. No.
So she was charged with aggravated battery on law enforcement and felony criminal mischief. She was transported to the Marion County courthouse or jail on June 1st, so this was last month, with a bond set at $5,000.
Oh, can you go back to the fentanyl piece again? I just want to be clear about the fentanyl piece.
The fentanyl patch in her pubic area.
I'm telling you, man, weed don't do that to people, man. Weed don't do. You could be, I know some functioning weed addicts. They don't do that. They don't go into Outbacks naked, flipping tables over. Like,
I mean, now the video. There you go.
Oh. I heard a pop bottle. but she's tearing the whole bar up.
What's crazy about it is she is practicing safety with all this broken glass with her sandals on.
Yeah.
But that's new meaning to the term "no shoes, no service."
Yes.
But see, this is where we need Terry Tate office linebacker. Just like that James Harrison commercial. It's like, hey, you've won tickets to the game, but we have to let James Harrison tackle you.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what this is. Just take her out.
Yeah, this is inside the Outback. So this is when she gets to the Outback Steakhouse.
Man.
So as you can see,
damn Tina
went, as Andre would say, Tina went hard in the paint.
Oh, she did.
And I guess if that's what I don't. It said that Tina had not been released as of June 1st. So
see, people don't know.
We gotta keep her off the streets. She got fentanyl.
Take the L, man, and go to another.
She got fentanyl in her woo-ha. Like, no.
And and just for those out there, you don't want to put anything near your woo-ha. Okay, don't put nothing down there.
Apparently, Tina's having
it's a direct line into your bloodstream, y'all. Don't.
That's probably how we got here.
Like, don't do it.
And Carol Baskin can't help us in this situation.
No, she cannot.
Carol Baskin
you
can't
can't call Carol on this one.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, but her and Bird Box should get together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She'd be naked there on the sanctuary. No one sees.
She should be part of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
I mean, she could stop, think about it. I mean, if you see a white woman that just randomly walks in and she's, completely naked, throwing bottles everywhere, I mean, it's going to stop traffic.
She was in a squatting position on the bar, pulling bottles and throwing them behind her.
Yes.
Without looking where they're going.
And she did it at 53.
At 53.
I mean, you got to admit.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the video and thought, damn, she looks better than I do. I can't sit in that kind of a position that long.
Booger sugar.
So we move on to another one. This comes from TMZ.
Oh man,
I
like them.
I follow TMZ. I get updates from TMZ all the time. This one was
what celebrity is this about?
It's actually not about a celebrity at all.
Okay.
This says dog bites woman's eyelid. Ripped off by Chihuahua. So she went to one of those eyelash studios.
Okay.
I want longer eyelashes.
Yes,
that's big money. And lashes.
And the reason why I put this one aside is because right before I left San Diego, our mutual friend Mike, his wife, opened a lash studio.
Yeah.
So and she kept trying to get me to go in there and get my lashes done, and I said I'm cool, but I'll watch you do it. I'll watch somebody else do it.
It's cool if you do. Yeah,
that's your cup of tea. That's cool, but I'm not trying to put glue and shit in my eye. So just,
I can dig it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
It's not for me.
I get it.
So, her name was Kelsey.
And just for the record, I do appreciate people who do get their eyelashes every now and then.
I don't. But hey, you know what?
Look. No one's beating no one's babies.
Look.
No one's fighting no one.
I knew a girl who would do it on her own. And every time I would see her at the gym,
her
eyes be real red. Red like she been crying for 6 hours straight. And I'd be like, Kelly, do you want to talk about it? She was like, oh no, girl, it's okay. I was just messing with my eyes. I've been playing with it. I just want to make sure that,
that's
that I get it right.
Problem.
So when I get clients and stuff, and then I'm like, but you look
when I get clients. With one swollen eye shut with glue. She using Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue can't solve all your problems.
No, it can't. Or duct tape.
A lot of them. But you know what? And just off topic, Gorilla Glue may not solve problems, but Gorilla Glue helped her get her own skincare line. So you know what?
Oh.
That's America for you. There it is. So
We digress.
Kelsey, last name Salmon. Kelsey Salmon. She went.
No, she got money. It's Solomon.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, it's Solomon.
Yeah. Hey.
It's not Leroy. It's Leroy.
So Kelsey's trip to get her eyelashes done ended in the worst possible way, with a little dog attacking her and biting off the finished product along with her entire eyelid.
Oh boy!
And it was her left eyelid, for those who were wondering.
Gosh.
The photos are brutal. That's a warning for the
I don't want
queasy.
to see it. I can look at it. I just don't want to.
But not as brutal as the experience of the 23-year-old from Atlanta has been through since she's since going to a lab technician that she found on Instagram. So you're going to a lab technician to fix what? All right, whatever. So Kelsey. Her normal lash lady, according to Kelsey, her normal lash lady was booked. So she went to a lash tech who worked out of her home.
Oh, so it was that lady's dog?
It was that lady's dog.
That's a problem. Oh, yeah.
Way to go, young blood.
Yeah.
Getting paid.
Yeah, she getting paid.
So Kelsey says the dog jumped on her lash bed while she was getting her lashes done, and she was petting it, and everything was fine. But when she was done and she sat up, the dog was on the floor looking up at her.
Oh, boy.
Then out of nowhere, it happened so fast, I didn't have time to pull back. He jumped up, bit me in the face, and broke my eyelid off. What she describes next is a horrific scene of blood and chaos. As the ambulance was called, she was rushed to the ER, and after hours of waiting, she says she had to go to another hospital for surgery.
I kind of feel bad for her now. This isn't stupidity. This is just a wrong decision.
This is stupidity.
No, it can't be stupidity.
This is stupidity.
This is wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
But now I have a series of questions for this stand-in nail or lash tech.
Yeah, man. Get your babies out the kitchen, man. Is this an Airbnb?
Not even that. Why are we doing this in a bedroom where you're laying on the bed in the first place?
Well, because she's got her setup out of. But
nope.
But even if you have your business at home, and millions of people do,
Yep.
why is the dog in there?
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
I mean, now
That's not part of the
it
business.
says here, to make all things worse, Kelsey was getting her lashes done for a birthday trip to Hawaii when all this went down.
Oh, man.
But I mean, she still got to go. She just went with one less eyelid.
Yeah, nope.
No, she went like Captain Hook with the eye patch and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
Yeah, so her left eye had to be completely sewn shut.
oh no!
And-
Like, hold on. Was that temporary or permanent?
It's going to take a year to fully heal.
Fuck that!
At least it can heal, man.
You got to pay me. I am blind for a year. You got to pay me.
Yeah, she gonna pay, but yeah.
I mean,
You got to pay. You got to pay me.
I guess my thing is that if this is your, I guess my question is, when I get out of this and I call my actual lash person, I want the next year for free. I wouldn't have been here if you hadn't been booked.
That's that's my fault.
Nope.
That's my fault. You couldn't wait. Oh hell no.
Patience is a virtue. Click.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
You can't put. You
man.
can't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You can't
Yeah, I
do
feel like
that.
that was on
Not
you.
for you, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, you can't put that.
Yeah, that's just not for you. Okay.
No.
Well, I mean,
No. But I would say I would be suing the hell out of that lash tech.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And I'm gonna tell her, you better tap into your homeowner's insurance. Like, I got to get paid for this.
that's true. And as a
Yeah.
former sales agent, that's probably what I would have said.
And Lord
Yeah.
knows she ain't got money to spit the dogs running around and babies around and you over here doing it.
And you go put that dog to sleep. It's a vicious animal. I'm just joking. I'm just playing, people. I'm just playing.
Meanwhile, that dog living this poor iguana.
I'm just playing.
That's right. Meanwhile, the iguana died. The iguana ain't do
man.
nothing.
Exactly. Iguana ain't do nothing.
No different than remember that
See,
Cincinnati
this is another
girl?
situation. We need to call Carol Baskin and just have Carol Baskin take this dog and let this dog live out its days with the tigers and the
Nah,
iguana.
man, I'm not calling Carol Baskets for the dog. I'm calling like that Caesar Milan dude.
call Carol Baskin. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I say call Carol. Let Carol walk up in your house and say, "Hey, y'all need to get this
We
straight."
need to keep Carol busy
so
she can't touch any more husbands. That's what we need to
do. So as we move on, this one had a video, but the person who posted it has now taken it down because I think she has realized how stupid this was.
People going viral, man.
And I found it on BuzzFeed. Was this in Florida? No. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Midwest. Midwest enters into the field.
What's the team up north doing?
Team up north. A woman who got stuck in a chair while making fetish content had to be freed with the jaws of life.
Hold on. Pause. Fetish content.
Oh, man.
This feels like an OnlyFans situation. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm not sure, but she is quoted as saying, I've done dozens of videos and I've had times before where I've panicked and thought I couldn't get out of something, but I always push myself through it no matter how bad it hurts.
Fetish videos and got stuck in a folding chair.
Yes, she got stuck in a folding chair and had to be freed by the fire department using the jaws of life.
Pause. Hold on.
Would you like to see the picture? Because there are screenshots.
Hold on. I feel like this woman is either naked or half naked, twisted like a pretzel inside of this chair and couldn't get out.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No. So
it looks like she could actually get out.
She called this fetish stuck fetish. So
there's some weird people, man.
Probably somebody
in Florida that like it.
So you know the standard folding black chair that's steel.
Okay.
So this is what she did.
It looks like she
unfolded it and then stepped in it and pulled it up like a pair of pants.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now problem is that when she went to take it off, she couldn't get it past her pelvic bone.
Oh, a little peanut butter saw that. A little butter. Just grease the wheel, baby. Just grease the wheel. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, so that did not work for her.
This is what people are doing.
Yeah, so...
And guess what? Getting paid. Hey, supply and demand.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So she said, I've had to unscrew things before, but I've never actually been entirely stuck like that. It was honestly really scary.
She's trying to get more viewers. I don't believe it. She don't look stuck to me. You right, man. Put some bacon grease on her and she slip out of
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, here's the thing.
You remember how Granny used to have that coffee can of bacon grease that sat on the stove? Like, it was like all purpose. That's what she needed. Was like a coffee grease.
No matter the fact that it was a fire hazard, but hey.
Gorilla glue, duct tape, and all-purpose bacon grease.
WD-40 could have done this too.
Here's our tax dollars and waste. We could have got her out in 10 minutes.
Easy.
Now, it says here, she made an appeal on TikTok for advice after getting trapped between a black folding chair.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, she
So you got stuck in panic, and your first thought was to go to TikTok.
Yes, because she needed ideas, you know?
My God, people are dumb.
Now, this is her quote. I generally pick areas that I'm pretty sure I can get out of. And I saw the chair.
She's trying to do upsells right now.
I saw the chair, and I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get out of that. That's going to be a tight squeeze, but I'm positive I can get out. She said it was about 30 minutes into making the video that she realized that she could not free herself. And that's when I stopped recording, and I kind of panicked.
And then you went to TikTok.
Yep, and then I went on TikTok Live.
You know what? If I could tell her one thing, I'd be like, hey, that's what it feels like not being free. I would take that.
See, that's what you don't understand. See, that's how oppression feels. It's all around you. Yeah, it's all encompassing.
Take that.
Hey, you just had a call number and you free. Yeah,
man, that was dumb. You stupid as hell for that.
Yeah, I don't like her, man. She's doing herself.
So, the 27-year-old shared that she had been creating content for the fetish community for 9 years.
Who is the fetish community?
I've never heard of this. Stuck in that couch, man.
These are people who
I'll show you how to get stuck in the couch.
These are people who get off. I'm trying to understand. These are people that get off on seeing her get herself twisted up in objects?
Yes. Now, it says here that she has grown a following for her stuck clips in particular, and she said fans would pay $1.99 per minute to watch creators like herself place themselves.
I told you it was OnlyFans. I told you. Yeah. This is some OnlyFans shit. Who the fuck pays for that?
So tips, this is another quote from her. Typically, they want to see you get stuck in something and actually struggle to get out, like not fake it at all. They want to see you
what's
get
all
unstuck.
Chris Angel and David? What's up with that?
They don't want to see you get permanently stuck. They want you to get stuck and then work your way out of it.
Oh, so she lost her viewers now, so she got.
So basically, Houdini's not good enough.
If Houdini was alive, he'd probably be like, "What the fuck is wrong with y'all?"
Doing?
Like, so on this occasion, she found herself completely unable to break free, and on the advice of her TikTok audience, she made a call to the fire department.
Because they got more sense than your dumb ass with the TikTok.
Now,
imagine that video. Hey guys, I'm stuck in a chair.
The TikTok clips have now been removed, but at the time that this was written, it had been viewed more than 7 million times.
Yeah, because look, if I paid to see that, these other people are seeing it for free. There's a problem there. She would have to take that down.
Now, this video shows the firefighters arriving at her home, and they failed to free her using bolt cutters. So they were just like, all right. So then somebody made the call, and somebody brought in the jaws of life.
No, she's intelligent. This was all part of the show. This was all part of the show.
No, because that's $10 right there. They
eventually got out.
But
if you're into that fetish and firemen walk in with the jaws of life, oh, you gonna stay watching it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
think about it.
Well, this was on TikTok Live, so they all show up.
Hold up, she went on TikTok Live?
Yeah, when she got originally stuck, she went on TikTok Live and was like, "What should I do?" And someone said, "Call the fire department."
Listen to me, man.
So, I mean, look, she's the gift that keeps giving. I was freaking out when it was behind my back.
Every dollar's not the same. I don't care anymore.
And I was like, listening to it because I could feel the metal like vibrating like on my bones and stuff, and I was just praying to God that I wasn't gonna get like severed. That's a real quote. Following the successful rescue, she was able to step out of what remained of the chair and was particularly grateful for the emergency workers.
As she advertised in her Nikes.
Yes.
Andre, once again, our tax dollars are being used.
Tax dollars. That's a problem.
Now, the thing is this, she did say they were super nice and calm, and they even asked me if I wanted to hold the jaws of life. And to try it out. But I declined.
Man, them firefighters are used to getting body parts off the side of the road and stuff like this. So yeah, walking into a situation like this, it's a waste of time, wasted tax dollars. But it's like, hey, whatever, man.
See, I want to know what they said about her when they got back to the firehouse.
I would love to know this.
Like, I want to know.
Now, BuzzFeed did go and went to check out the story. So BuzzFeed did confirm the story that the Ann Arbor Fire Department confirmed responding to reports of a person stuck in a chair, and that the resident was not injured in the process of being freed. But that was as far as the spokesperson went. They just confirmed that this actually happened. So,
but then again, this is the team up north, so I mean, you know what I mean.
Florida viewers,
when you keep taking L's the way we've been passing out L's down here, it drives you to do crazy things, and one of them is put yourself inside of a folding chair and get stuck. Good job, Michigan.
I mean, well, my feelings on Ohio State and Michigan. I'm just here for the game. I don't really care either way. But hey, if that's what's going on up there,
then hey, you know what I mean. That's what happens when you take those L's that way.
Yes. So so we move from Michigan. We're gonna go back down south. Okay. We're gonna return to Florida real quick. Okay. This is in Brooksville, Florida. Andre, do you know where that is?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you're our only resident Florida person who's been. So okay. All right.
Brooksville.
Let's just call it Bumfuck Town, Florida, because that's pretty much what this sounds like. Florida Town accidentally sells municipal tower municipal water tower, I should say.
Okay.
A small town in Florida accidentally sold its water tower in a blundered real estate transaction.
I'll be their defense attorney on this one.
You accidentally sold your water tower?
What city was it in again?
Brooksville. So a businessman purchased a municipal building under the city of Brooksville's water tower last April for $55,000 with the goal of converting it into a gym. However, when Bobby Reed, again, well, he doesn't have two first names, but his name is Bobby Reed, or Bobby Red, because it's R-E-A-D. So Bobby Red, Bobby Reed? Bobby Red?
Okay, so we're talking north of Tampa.
Okay.
Okay, it's close to the Gulf.
Okay, so it's on the
I'm going to say in between Panama and Tampa, but closer to, no.
Just playing?
No, it's above Tampa.
Okay, so when Bobby goes to the county to get an address for his new business location, he was told that the parcel he bought included the entire water tower site. So luckily for the town, he was willing to give it back. Well, isn't that sweet?
City hero.
City hero?
Yeah. Hey, I would say, as long as I get free water. Let me get free water out this deal, you get it back.
No, I mean, the more American thing to do was to charge for that Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say, my capitalism spidey senses started kicking in. Like,
forget a mixtape. No, you need to run for city council, and you need to go on for mayor all the way up to this. I brought water back to you.
I'll lease the water back to you.
I mean, now I'm sitting on this gold mine here. I mean, I just, Hey. So it says county records show that he transferred the water tower back to Brooksville through a warranty deed last month. The town of 8,500 residents is located 50 miles north of Tampa, even though you just told us that. So I don't know where the blame falls here, said Blake Bell, a city council member.
Yeah, you do.
No, it falls on you, city council. You sold our...
Yeah.
Goddamn water tower.
I don't know if he'll bring up speculation. I don't know how it happened.
Well, listen, we're council members, and we rely on our city manager. We assume that he has done his due diligence.
Man.
That sounds like 4th and 5, and they called a punt.
passing the buck here.
Oh man!
So, city manager, they talked to the city manager, Mark Cutney, blamed the use of a bad legal description for what happened. The city's redevelopment agency director resigned after the accident.
Honestly,
yeah.
This sounds like an episode of Park and Rec, and we need Leslie Knope to come in and solve this. That's what... I'm sure they did an episode about this.
They might have. I don't know.
Sold the water tower. What the...
I mean, well, he said that everybody makes mistakes.
You know what we need to start doing is
everyone makes mistakes.
We need to start checking off all of these towns where this weird shit happens. So if one of us ever retires and decides to move to Florida, we can just move to whatever the safest town in Florida.
No, you need to get your federal aid cut if that's how you acting. Hey, that's big picture. So we got time for that.
So we've got so now we're gonna move out of the United States. We're going to take a trip.
Oh, Florida man went on vacation.
Florida man went on vacation. They went to vacation in Australia. Australia, the place where everything can kill you. Because, there's at least 5 things in there, that can, 10 million things that can kill you.
That's everywhere nowadays.
True.
You can get mauled to death by a koala.
Oh, you're talking about wildlife.
Yeah, I don't fuck with things.
I don't know, man. Them iguanas in Florida.
Well, true. But if you've ever seen a kangaroo, man, the last thing I'm boxing is a kangaroo.
Absolutely not.
You would have you have a bigger...
Any marsupial.
You would have a greater argument with a kangaroo than an iguana. I'll stop with that.
I bet you Carol Baskin could help us out.
Hey, man. Hey, she the GOAT.
She the GOAT. Carol Baskin the GOAT.
She truly does go hard in this paint.
Yes, she does.
For sure. So
playing no games.
Yeah.
Here we are in Sydney, Australia. Police rescue spooked nude sunbathers from Australian forest. So... Police, spooked. Yes, they were spooked. Police have fined 2 men who had to be rescued from an Australian forest after they were startled by a deer while nude sunbathing on a beach and then became lost. Now, I'm not really sure if there's like I'm imagining.
Hold on, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yes.
So they are two men.
Two men
are out laying naked.
Yes.
On a beach, and a deer runs up on them. They get scared,
and they run,
and then they run, and then they get lost, like it's the Blair Witch Project.
Yes,
and they don't know what to do because they're lost.
Yes,
I call Hollywood, man. That sounds like Brokeback Down Under to me. This
does feel like a horror movie.
I never watched Brokeback Mountain, but you know what? Hey, Hollywood has something here.
This does feel like a horror movie.
Yes.
Like,
now it says the men called for help around 6 p.m. So apparently they were able to call.
How lost could you
What's
be?
your emergency when you have service, though, on your
That's
phone?
what I'm saying.
That's true.
How lost could you be if you could make a phone call?
They got lost in the Royal National Park south of Sydney.
I need to find out. I need to see this deer. Maybe this deer was like a thug deer from down under. And ain't nobody seen this deer before.
Now,
like it's a new species and shit.
So it's
it's a 9-foot reindeer.
Unbelievably, we saw two men. Yeah, this is from the police commissioner.
Exactly.
Unbelievably, we saw two men sunbaking naked on a beach on the south coast. Police Commissioner Mick Fuller told reporters they were startled by a deer, ran into the national park, ... and then got lost. So even he's trying to understand. So the rescue involved the police aircraft, the state emergency service, and ambulance officers.
They were their tax dollars.
They go their tax. That's it. They go their tax dollars right there.
So the men aged 30 and 49 were fined 1,000 Australian dollars, which roughly translates to about $759 in American dollars.
That didn't pay for that aircraft.
Sure didn't.
That didn't even pay for the fuel.
Each for breaching a stay-at-home pandemic order that had restricted them to cities. So they were supposed to be out.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So the younger man was found naked and carrying a backpack. The older man was partially clothed.
With no clothes.
The police commissioner described the pair as idiots. Clearly putting people at risk by leaving home without a proper reason and then getting lost in the national park and diverting important resources away from the health operation. I think they should be embarrassed.
And got scared of a
said
deer.
The commissioner. Yeah.
A deer startled them.
A deer startled them.
But regardless of their emergency, where does the deer come in? You see what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, it's Australia, so you have to accept the premise that there could be a deer near a beach.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
I'm assuming that there's like
fair.
a beach next to a lake that leads to a forest or something.
Secondly, booger sugar had to be involved because this is real cocaine behavior right here.
Now, here's the thing. So the temperature range on Sunday at Otford, which is the town nearest to where the men were lost, was 3 degrees Celsius, which is 37 degrees Fahrenheit, to 19 degrees Celsius, which is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So keep in mind, when they're on the southern hemisphere, so everything's flipped.
Yeah,
man.
So, their summers are our winters.
So you're saying it was chilly there.
It was real chilly out there.
So it was cold and y'all was naked getting a tan? This is some weed. This is booger sugar, baby. This is cocaine behavior. No way.
Matter of fact, there wasn't even no deer there. Don't blame it on no deer.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't no deer. They didn't found a deer. There wasn't no deer.
Show me the tracks, bro.
I ain't got lost in the middle of a pandemic.
Show me the tracks.
Exactly. They ought to do a 3-day bid for that dumb shit. 9-foot reindeers walking around.
So the pair were among 44 people fined by the police on Sunday for breaching a public health order after Sydney began a 2-week lockdown on Friday due to the new COVID-19 cluster. So they're one of 44. I mean, 2 of 44 people.
Don't you just want to fight people sometimes? Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You tried to get tan in the wintertime and got so high that you claimed the deer ran out on the beach.
Yeah. I mean,
what? Booger sugar.
A deer ran out on the beach. You startled the deer. You paid a deer back. Actually, you gonna build him another habitat over what the heck you done.
You should pay the deer for The deer should get something in
See,
honor.
that deer is traumatized, and we need Carol Baskin to come in here and take care of that deer.
Yeah, man, she'll straighten y'all out.
Yeah, she'll straighten y'all out.
Straighten y'all out.
She'll straighten y'all out real quick.
Now, this last story that I've got here before we go into honorable mentions.
Oh man.
The last story I have here is also overseas. We're going to take a trip from Australia. We're going to go over to the Ukraine.
Okay.
So Ukraine criticized for making female cadets wear parade and be in a parade with heels.
Wait, hey, hold on. So we had female soldiers in a parade with some pumps on?
Yes.
I need to see this picture.
Man.
And it's not even nice pumps either. They're like
I need to see the
they're
picture.
square heels.
Are they the Are they the pumps? The Crocs with the pumps with the heels on them?
No, thank God. No. That's a crime against humanity.
Okay, they're not stilettos.
They're not
Okay, so I
stilettos.
can't
They're not
start with
red
that.
bottoms. They're not red bottoms.
No, I mean
Okay.
it's
He's
Ukraine.
still
You
trying
think Ukraine's got enough money for red bottoms?
They got enough vodka. They got enough vodka. So I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's a problem with this. So in military's uniform, some have stockings, some don't.
Yeah, some are wearing socks.
One has a black
man.
stocking, the other one has all white
Oh,
stockings,
man,
some has no stockings at all.
I assume that's
That's funding issue right there.
I assume as a female
I'll tell you
that is
why.
cruel and unusual punishment to make you walk
It
in a
is, that's
parade
why.
in heels.
Because like you go to boot camp, you do that stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then like your country's gonna have you dress up like that.
I mean,
I understand your combat uniform is not your dress uniform. When you're a first world country, well, when you got enough money, I ain't gonna put no names out there. When you got enough money, you have different type of uniforms depending on what you're in.
Right.
Now
you
it
don't
says
mix camos and pumps.
Camos
Not like that.
That's enough.
Hold on, wait, not like that.
That's your,
I was gonna say, hold on, wait a minute. I
Yeah,
feel like,
camos and pumps can
I
work,
feel
but
like
not like
Destiny's Child did some pumps and some
oh, that's
fatigues
right.
one time in the video.
They did a Survivor.
Beyonce and them
video.
was like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they was able to pull it off.
That
But,
video's
but
great.
they're not real soldiers, is what
They're
you
not
saying.
national defense. No, they were not. Beyonce and Kelly was not national defense.
No.
And Michelle, not at all.
So it says here, Ukraine's defense minister is under pressure from members of the government over the decision to have female military cadets wear pumps with heels in an important parade. The purpose of any military parade is to demonstrate the military ability of the army. There should be no room for stereotypes and sexism, said a joint statement from 3 cabinet members.
Those would work if it was a dress uniform and they weren't marching like that.
I agree.
If it was more conservative in their steps and they weren't flinging their legs out like
Like the Rockettes.
yeah, I ain't
Now it says here that they were going to have them wear the heels.
military like Earth, Wind, Fire.
The reason.
They had this parade planned for August 24th. So that's next month, right? So
Nothing
that's next
against that. I
month.
feel bad for them and the women in that. That's horrible.
They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Ukraine's declaration of independence
That's
from the
what I'm
Soviet
saying. You
Union.
can't do that.
So that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, you can't do that like that.
And to celebrate, we're going to put y'all on some pumps.
Exactly.
Not
So 57,000 women served in the country's armed forces and have proved their worth not in heels, but with machine guns.
Yeah, see? Well, then they need to be in boots then instead of...
I would say that they need to be in boots. Now, defense minister said on Saturday that he instructed officials to look into whether experimental shoes, ankle boots, according to news reports, could be worn by the female cadets instead of pumps with heels.
At this point, just go to stilettos.
No,
man.
I just think you just need to sign a deal with Crocs and get the Crocs with the heels.
Timberlands, man.
Kind of kill two
When I saw
some tan Tims.
When I
military,
this,
man.
I thought of that old song from when we were in high school, Stilettos. Stilettos,
You rock
pumps,
stiletto.
in the club, yeah.
Yeah, in Ukraine, that ain't Ukraine.
Get
you see what I'm
crunk.
saying? That's not... Little John and Ukraine don't go together.
Little
You
John,
don't know that.
Little John and the
Hey,
East Side
hey,
Boys.
You don't know
That's a
that.
fair statement. That's fair.
So that was pretty much what I
I feel
had on my
sorry for
list
them,
here.
man.
Dennis, did you want to go through any honorable mentions?
Yeah,
or...
real quick, we can do a few and then we can wrap it up.
Okay, so one honorable mention.
Notables. Let's get some notables.
Some notables.
Yeah.
Hot sauce. Police arrested an Iowa man after he allegedly threatened to blow up a McDonald's restaurant for neglecting to include dipping sauce with his
He
order
knows
of chicken
Tina.
nuggets.
That's what Tina's beef was. Tina's beef, she had beef about a blooming onion. And before you know it, like that, him and Tina, they're cousins.
So you're not gonna serve me?
Exactly.
I mean, I just want to know. I wonder if it
Sweet
actually,
and sour, motherfuckers.
I want to know what kind of sauce he wanted. I don't think it tells you.
I can understand that at Chick-fil-A because their sauce go hard in the paint. You can't be running out of Chick-fil-A.
I mean, because I'm the same way though. Because like, if I go to McDonald's and I get chicken nuggets, I want honey sauce. I can't get honey sauce nowhere else.
Barbecue honey, yeah, that'll work.
See, that's what I like about you. You got to be of a certain age to understand how great a chicken McNugget with honey is.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole generation of
yeah.
people that don't know the greatness of chicken nuggets and honey.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets sweet and sour. No, baby.
No, you gotta get the honey sauce, man.
There's levels to the shit.
Get some honey sauce and watch your attitude go down.
I mean, part of me feels like I respect it if he told him the honey and then he got sweet and sour, or he told him honey and he got honey mustard. I can understand that. I respect it. I respect it. But he was charged with a felony of a false report of an explosive incendiary device. So
he was going to blow up a McDonald's in Iowa over some dipping sauce.
Look, man, you should not be threatened to do nothing like that.
And it says here that they mistakenly didn't include this dipping sauce. So it doesn't say what kind of dipping sauce. Only that this 42-year-old man just flipped his
You know
shit.
what? See, it's a pandemic, man.
That was a buildup.
You don't know what was going on with him. He decided he had had enough, and that was it.
Instead of the straw that broke the camel's back, it was the dipping sauce.
Yeah. So that I think that was the best honorable mention, I would say.
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Leave it that one.
So with that, any last thoughts, closing words about what Florida man's been up to lately? Because clearly he's been busy.
He's been global. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone global now.
I'll take it to a serious level. I think we need to evaluate where we spend our tax dollars here and pay for Ukraine's dress uniform when they have parades.
We should help
a good relation.
You're saying we should send federal aid to help them get their...
Yeah, I'd rather them buy them what they need.
Hey, I mean, if Trump can call up Ukraine and ask them to do some dirty work on Biden, why can't we help?
Look, man, I ain't dropping no names like that.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a thought. I guess babies, bottles, and lizards.
Babies, bottles, and lizards.
Babies, bottles, lizards, and parrots.
Yeah, I only Carol Baskin can help us. I think that is, I think when that booger sugar's involved, you got to call Carol Baskin.
You don't look at your baby or your infant and say that is a weapon.
That's a lethal weapon.
That is a lethal weapon.
Your first thought was to swing your baby and hit somebody.
You're the mother. Who on earth, out of everybody on earth, would be the number one person you would think, hypothetically, should be the nurturing and careful person? Even out of both parents, which one would you go with?
You've heard of some shitty moms, but that is right up there.
You know who she need to talk to? You know who we need to send down there?
Who?
You know who?
No, I don't.
I do not know.
We need to send Carol down there, straighten her out real quick.
Yeah.
Now,
Carol, get it together.
I will say one thing that I saw from, I don't follow Maury, but did you see the tweet earlier this week about...
listen.
No, I didn't see it. What is it? I don't know.
Okay.
That was some shit.
So this guy tweeted out, me and this guy at our girlfriend's baby shower yesterday, neither one of us know who the father is, but we are a team. More blessings. Maury saw the tweet and said, call me?
What you mean, our girlfriend? There's a lot of things you can share in life. You know what I mean?
But Maury makes his bread off of who's
I gotta respect his business plan, man. Like Maury's at a whole nother level.
Have you ever shared a boyfriend?
Respect on there. Have you ever shared a boyfriend? Remember, have you ever shared a chicken McNugget?
No.
Hell no. You only get 6 or 10 of them.
You talking about a boyfriend?
No, take that back. If I got a 20-piece, you might get one.
But understand that you have your own sauce because I will double dip in my shit.
Right.
So just understand.
Don't ask. But what you're not going to do is threaten to blow it up.
Yeah, no, we don't got time for that.
I mean,
right.
That's just...
Once again, people not taking L's. That's the problem, man. People just do not take L's. LeBron takes L's. Jordan takes L's. Tiger took L's.
Just hold
Hitler's taking L's. Everyone's taken L's before.
No, Hitler did not take an L.
Correct me.
He took a coward way out.
It was during the L.
I don't know. Bombs over Baghdad. He took an L.
He took
an L.
Okay,
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Just take the L, man.
He took an L, man.
But the quote on Friday, you live to fight another day. Take the L.
Yeah, just take the L.
Shout out to the dog that's upstairs, dude.
No, man. Shout out to the lizard. That's it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Liz.
Yeah.
Liz.
R.I.P. to the lizard. R.I.P. to the lizard.
Iguanas forever.
Exactly. And I'm just going to tell the good people of Florida, man, stay off that booger sugar, man. Y'all wildin'. So with that, thank you guys for jumping on. Next time we do this, hopefully Florida man's up to something a little more productive than babies, bottles, and lizards.
Babies, bottles, and lizards.
Swinging them around. Hopefully we don't have to call Carol Baskin.
We need to make a mumble rap song.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know what's coming.
Because that's what rap is now. It's just nothing but mumbles.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch up with you guys next time.